Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to EduTap, guys. So, guys, today is 6th of December, and your RBI Grade B 2025 exam, Phase 2 exam is over, and I'm sure the emotions would be running high. So, guys, in this session, I'll be discussing with you the topics that were thrown at the aspirants in today's exam. So I'll give you detailed analysis of the of what were the questions that were asked in the exam and what could be what should have been written in those answers. So guys, do let me know if I'm audible and if I'm visible. Right. All right, guys. So let's move ahead. So, guys, I would like to inform you about the topics, the essay topics that were thrown at the aspirants during the exam. So, guys, English paper overall, if you ask me now, and if you ask any students, if you compare it with ESI and FM paper, I think English was the only section which was doable. And why it was doable? Because there was no deviation from last year. So, guys, let me tell you about the topics, about the different about the different components, different questions that were asked. Guys, please take it with a pinch of salt. The statement might not be exactly what was given in the exam, but this is based on what the inputs we have received from the students. So guys, the word limit first of all was the same as last year. The word limit was 600 to 620 words. Now guys, many students were asking me during the initial reaction session that, sir, how many words would be would be feasible if you've written a little shorter, little lesser than the required word limit. Now guys, if you've written more than 550, 560 words, more than 550, that would be a safe zone there. Now below 550, now you might feel a little a little deduction in score in your score, but 550 and above, I think you are in the safe zone in essay writing. Now, what four topics were given in today's exam? Number one, now India is committed to reducing emissions intensity of its GDP by 45% by 2030 from 2005 levels as per its updated nationally determined contributions, NDCs. Now they had asked, what is the way forward, what else needs to be done? So this was topic number one, which was basically based on your climate change and your steps and measures to invest into sustainable development, and how can we how can we make sure that we work in this direction. So that was your first topic. Second topic was shift in advertisement strategies from paper billboards to digital billboards. So the topic basically was, now we do not see paper billboards anymore. Now digital billboards are much more much more, how should we put it, much more interesting, much more easy to grab attention, and they reach much more consumers rather than your paper billboard. So the shift in advertisement strategies from paper billboards to digital billboards. So what you basically had to write was, what is the role of technological change in social media? So that was another very important aspect of of this topic, which needed to be mentioned in your exam. Right, so that was your second topic. Third topic that was given to the students during the exam was, how can youngsters help older people in keeping up with times in education sector? Now, what I mean by keeping up with times is keeping up with technology. Guys, please do confirm if I'm right here. Whosoever is watching the session, please do let me know if I'm right here, if I'm if the topic that I'm mentioning is what you were what you faced in the exam. If there is a little deviation, please do let me know in the chat box. So third topic was, how can youngsters help older people in keeping up with the technological advancements that we are seeing in education sector, like online education, using of online apps to impart education. So how can younger generation, how can the youth, the youngsters, how can they help elder people in getting used to the technology that is being used in the education sector? And fourth topic was, we are copying startups of Western countries. So whatever startups we see around us today are basically an imitation or simulation of what we see in Western countries. So the question was, are such startups relevant for developing countries like India? Because the consumer pattern is not the same, the demand for the products might not be the same, the marketing strategy might not be the same. So guys, there is a lot of difference between their marketing ecosystem and our market system. So the question was, we are copying startups of Western countries. Are such startups relevant for developing countries like India? So guys, most of the students wrote about topic number 1. Some students also wrote about topic number 2, shift from advertisement from paper billboard to digital billboard. Topic 3, topic 4, I mean, if you had to think a lot to write on topics such as that, because startups has not been asked for the past couple of years in essays in RBI. So this year this was something new. But yes, I mean, topics were doable if you had prepared well for ESI, and if you were updated with your current affairs. You could write about topic 1, topic 2, and even topic 4 if you had prepared for it. And guys, the good thing is we had predicted these topics. We had given you these tentative topics related to, not exactly the same, but something related to that. For example, guys, I remember clearly I mentioned, if you can see, this was the session that I took about, I think couple of days ago. And this was the topic that I mentioned: green finance and sustainable investing in India. This was topic number 1: opportunities and regulatory challenges. Then another topic: startups, unicorns, and India's goal of 5 trillion economy. This was not exactly copying Western startups, but this was about startups. Now again, another topic that I gave was topic number 9 at the bottom of your screen: ESG, environmental, social, and governance, investing in India. ESG, investing in India, the future of responsible financing. So these topics were mentioned by us in the tentative topics. So if you had looked into these topics, they would have definitely helped you in your exam. Now guys, let's come to topic number 2. Now the second topic that was given, the second question that was thrown at the aspirant was Précis writing. The word limit for Précis writing was 180 to 200 words. So essay was for, guys, okay, I forgot to mention that essay was worth 40 marks. So this is the biggest chunk of your paper, essay 40 marks. Then second was your Précis, which was worth 30 marks. Now the word limit for Précis was 180 to 200 words. And the topic that was given was Amazon River ecology. So basically this was a passage about, what are the threats and impacts of climate change to the ecosystem of Amazon river basin. So they had mentioned different points, different arguments that how climate change is impacting the Amazon river ecosystem, Amazon river basis, how it is impacting the flora and fauna of the Amazon river. So they had mentioned what are the impacts on flora and fauna of Amazon river system, right? So that was the impact on flora and fauna, and how it can prove, how can the impacts be, how they may prove counterproductive for the future of that country and for those places where this river basin runs through. So Amazon is the longest river, of that continent, and Amazon basically is a crucial provider of that continent. So that was mentioned, and then how it impacts the indigenous population, how it impacts the ecosystem, the flora and fauna of the place. So this was the passage, and you had to make a Précis on the passage by giving it a title. So this was worth 30 marks again. And this was question number 2. So this was, I think students were telling me this was doable, sir. This was easy to comprehend and easy to reframe in our own words. There was not, it was not very difficult. So if you had taken full length tests, so you would be able to write on such topics. And guys, let's come to the third part, which is reading comprehension. Now, we don't have the exact passage as of now because it is too early to, get on to finding the passages or finding what was there. But the topic that we got, we understood from our students is, in reading comprehension, how osmosis technique is being used in generating electricity. Now, the example of Japan was given where they are using phytoelectric plants to generate electricity. They have created phytoelectric ponds, and where they are using these ponds to generate electricity for their people. So this is a new way of using renewable sources of energy, or I can say this is a novel way of producing or generating electricity for that matter. So this is a good example for all over the world, that how can we also invest into this technology and use it for power generation. So this was the whole passage, and there were 5 descriptive questions based on the passage, and this passage was worth 30 marks. Now students also were quite skeptical, sir, how many words should be written in for every answer. So let me tell you guys, there's a simple formula to understand. For 1 mark you have to write at least, now I'm saying at least 10 words. So let's say guys, there were 5 questions worth 30 marks. That means every question was for 6 marks. So for 6 marks, for every question, for 1 question, you were supposed to write at least 70 to 80 words. So that would take you to 300 to 350 words altogether. But that is what is needed from you. So 70 to 80 words is a good word limit. Even if you've written 60, around 60, 65 words, that is also doable, guys. It's also, it's also manageable. But, below 50, below 40, then it would not be enough. So at least 5 to 6 sentences for every answer was needed. And an average word limit would be 70 to 80 words. In total, 350, around 350 to 400 words for these 5 questions. Now guys, if you have any doubts, if you have any queries, please feel free to let me know, and do share your inputs with us as well. Do let us know what topic you chose. So guys, would you like to share your topic of choice in essay writing? Which topic did you choose, and how many words did you write on this essay? So I think most probably you would have chosen topic number 1 or topic number 2, which was basically based on finance and management. So first topic was basically based on ESI. India is committed to reducing the emission of intensity of its GDP by 45% by 2030 from 2005 levels as a part of its updated nationally determined contributions, NDCs. So what is the way forward? What else needs to be done? Yes guys, which topic did you choose? Would you like to share that here? And if there is something else you want to add, sir, okay, this topic was not like this topic mentioned this, so please do share your inputs in the chat box as well. Right, so this and guys, we will come up with with a separate session for a detailed solution. Now we are going to find out the passages that were given in the exam, similar passages, and we are going to provide you sample solutions for all the questions. So we will conduct a separate session in a couple of days for descriptive English only, wherein I'll tell you what could have been written for these 4 essays in your exam. So I'll provide you sample answers, 600 word essays for all these 4 topics, and you can see what you have written and you can compare it with the sample answer here. Then also I will provide you a passage, a memory based passage on this topic, Amazon river ecology and threats and impacts of climate change to the ecosystem of Amazon river system. So this was the Precis passage, and the word limit for Precis was 180 to 200 words, worth 30 marks. So I will provide you a memory based passage with its sample solution, sample Precis for that as well. And in that session I'll also try to come up with the similar passage on the basis of osmosis technique and how Japan is reaping benefits of this technology, how they have created phytoelectric ponds to generate electricity. And then I'll also provide you memory based descriptive questions and solutions for those as well. So that will provide you the right insight into your into your descriptive English paper. Right, so that is it for guys for your descriptive English part, and I hope this will give you the right the right perspective of writing into your answers. So what essays you would have written and what topic you should have chosen, and then you can match and compare what needs to be done in your reading comprehension part. So guys, that was it for your descriptive English part for your RBI Grade B 2025 exam. Now, if you have any doubts, if you have any queries, if you have any inputs, please feel free to get in touch with us on this number, that is 8146207241 during the office hours, or you can also drop us an email on this email ID, which is hello@edutap.co.in. So that were your questions for descriptive English part in today's paper, and I hope this will this will lead you in the right direction. This will basically provide you a basis to prepare for next year. If you are looking to prepare for next year 2026, this would give you the right insight that what kind of topics are asked and what kind of questions you should prepare, what kind of topics you should prepare for while you are preparing for RBI. So guys, for all the aspirants who appear today, I wish you all the very best. I wish you all the success in your endeavors, and keep your fingers crossed. Guys, I'm sure if you've done decently well in English, I think you still have a chance to make it to your interview stage. So start looking in the forward direction. If you've done well, start preparing for interview, and if you feel that you were not able to, you missed out on this opportunity, don't lose heart. Start preparing for next year. This is the right time to do so. So guys, having said that, I'll take your leave for today. I wish you all the very best again, and I wish you all the success in your endeavors ahead. So keep on working hard, keep on giving your best, and I'm sure you will come out with flying colors. So thank you so much once again, and happy learning to all of you. Thank you once again, guys. Bye-bye. Take care. And remember, we will come up with another session for detailed solution for all these questions in a couple of days. So thank you once again, guys. Bye-bye. Good night.